It's game time on 11-12 BISN.
You've got to get points every time you touch the ball.
Live game coverage of your South High Bison athletic programs.
And it goes out of bounds to South.
Expert play-by-play with Steve McDonald.
Jill Saber gets it on right side high.
In-depth color commentary by Alan Cummings.
Huge break for South. We've got East Rattles.
And all of the excitement from your South High Bison athletic programs.
He cuts up, he's in the end zone!
Are you ready?
And this is going to be absolutely humongous.
Here is Stephen Allen live on 11-12 BISN.
Well, good evening, fans, and welcome to Storey Gymnasium here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. As tonight, on a snowy, wintry night here in Cheyenne, we bring you crosstown rivalry basketball in the 4A East Conference here in the state of Wyoming, as the East Lady Thunderbirds will start the night off being the road team against the home-standing Cheyenne South High Bison. Lady Bison will get us started tonight, and then we have a doubleheader action for you. Steve McDonald and Alan Cummings sitting courtside here at the expansive Storey Gymnasium.
Yes.
These games just been moved here this year to accommodate the crowds, but Alan, somehow I feel the crowds aren't going to be as big as they were the first time.
You know, with the balmy weather that we're experiencing right now in Cheyenne, it might not be packed as it has been like it was 3 weeks ago when these teams first met, Steve. And I'll tell you what, we've gotten about, I'd say, 4 to 6 inches right now.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
That's probably on the low end of things. So,
and we're supposed to get some more tonight. So for those of you who didn't make it to the gym, hopefully you're watching the 11-12 BISN broadcast. I want to apologize now for any network issues we might run into, like we did 3 weeks ago when we were here at Storey Gym, as we're running on their wireless, and their wireless signal down here on the floor is not as strong, and the firewall issues at the main district building is not as strong. I mean, they're stronger than what we normally run into at schools here. So we will try our best to give you the best we can give you.
So we come into tonight, the East Thunderbirds, the Lady Thunderbirds are 15-3 on the season. They're 6-2 in the East Conference, currently second in the East Conference, looking to book an automatic bid to state with that record. South on the other end, 0-3 and 8-6. Well, that can't be right.
Yeah, no, they're not 8-6. They're
0-8.
0-8.
Are they 2-17 on the season?
I didn't update that side. They're 0-8, 2-17 on the season.
So
it's on the other page,
0-8, 2-17 on the season. Has been a rough stretch so far for Coach Chad DeBryan, but they come out every night and play hard, and tonight should be no exception. JV was a lopsided affair, but hopefully the South Lady Bison can give a good effort here and stay close in this ball game.
You know, and that's the whole thing, is you're going up against the number 2 team in the state. The only two losses they have so far this year was to Gillette, and they were actually both really close games. The Lady Bison, one thing they cannot do, Steve, is get down if the game gets out of control early. You know, that's when they start making the inexperienced fouls, because this team is quite inexperienced. And there we are on the scoreboard, the video scoreboard, 11-12 BISN. Sorry, I still get a kick out of that. So,
nice.
But the Lady Bison, you've got to learn from games like this. You're playing one of the best teams in the state. You've got to learn how to play with the best teams in the state.
Well, we should let you folks know this is the last regular season weekend for basketball. We'll have the boys and girls will play Cheyenne East tonight. Turn it around tomorrow night, play Cheyenne Central. Then conference season is over, and at that point we'll look ahead to regionals. Regional starts next week at Gillette.
I'm trying to get the refs to wave.
There's Craig for you. So anyways, so this will be the last regular season weekend. The girls pretty much virtually going to be in that 6th seed next week, so they'll play a play-in game to get to state. The boys have a lot more to play for, and we'll talk about this as the night goes on. If South is able to win both of their games tonight and tomorrow, they can move as high as the 3 seed to play the 6th seed. A loss in either one of those games, and they're pretty much virtually guaranteed to play East again a week from today on Thursday in the opening round of the 4A East Regional Tournament.
And that'll be up in Gillette. And that, if that does happen, Steve, that would actually be the 4th time that these two teams would have been meeting in the regional conference tourney opener. East owns a 2-1 record in the tournament against us. So I think this weekend is very important for South, especially after what happened last weekend up in Gillette and Sheridan.
Yeah, so very important basketball to get to. Let's go ahead, take a timeout. You're listening to the S&J Science pregame show. When we come back, tonight's starting lineups, and we're getting ready to tip this thing up here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Get into a career, not just a job. Higher education is the gateway to so many opportunities. Register today at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your...
All right, back here live at Storey Gymnasium. Get our early shouts out to Grandma and Grandpa DeBrine down in Florida. Today is exactly why you folks decided to do what you did and head south.
Boy, we envy you. We envy you down in Florida right now, and all those also Grandma and Grandpa McDonald in
or Wolf in
Arizona.
Phoenix. That's exactly why they did it. About 8 inches of snow. It's starting to blow around. The roads are terrible. We have a real sparse crowd here. Nothing like we had for the first set of these games, but we'll bring it to you here on 1112 BISN. So if you are headed on your way down, please be very careful. If not, if you've decided just to watch it here on the internet, we'll be here for you tonight. Stephen Allen on 1112 BISN. Let's get tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbird. They come out, and they are a long team at one guard position. She's a 5'10 senior. She wears number 10, and that's Katie Loken. Loken averages 8.1 points per game. Then Jessie Erickson. She is also a senior. She's 5'10. She wears number 11, and Erickson averages 4.7 a game. Sarah Stellern, 5'11. She's a senior. She wears number 21. Stellern averages 6.3. Her twin sister, Cosette Stellern, she's a 6-foot senior, wears number 43. And Cosette Stellern is averaging 7.8 a game. Finally, the big girl, Jaden Kanzler, 6'4".
6'4".
She is a senior. She wears number 55, averages 9.9 points per game. And for your South Lady Bison at the guard position, number 34, had a baby. Tonight's officials coming through.
So we're courtside here at Storey Gym, and it's going to be an exciting night of basketball. Even though the weather's bad outside, we want to thank you all for joining us here in historical Storey Gym as the legendary Keith Grenwig and Bill Walter.
Atta baby. So South starting lineup, Rashida Robinson will be one guard. She is a junior. She'll be wearing number 34 tonight. Note that she averages 4.6 points a game. Karli Noble, the fantastic senior, she wears number 11, and she averages 13.6 points per game. Jada Smith, she's a senior. She's 5'4", wears number 22, averages 1. That doesn't seem right.
Who?
Jada, 1.9
Yeah,
a
1.9.
game. Gabby Toronto, number 30. She is a junior, 5'4", Toronto averaging 10.3. And finally, Naira Williams is a 5'7" senior, and Williams averages 1.7 a game. Now, let's do our national anthem.
That Janelle Meade, she can sing.
Beautiful.
She does
rendition.
a great rendition of the national anthem.
So the officials for tonight's game, Keith Grenowig, Craig Tafoya,
Larissa Voss there.
and Bill Walter.
And there's
local
Coach
crew.
DeBryan. Hopefully Grandma and Grandpa DeBryan are watching. I'm getting a good shot of their son right now. If you are watching on the YouTube on your computer, there is a chat application right to the right of the media player. If you're on a mobile device or a tablet, the chat feature might be at the bottom. Shoot us a chat throughout the game and let us know you're there or who you want us to give shout outs to, and we'll make sure we do that, Steve, right?
Right.
Now, just want to let you know there is a good possibility I might be taking over the play-by-play because Steve's feeling now a bit under the weather. 3 weeks ago when I was here, I was sicker than a dog. Right, crikey.
We'll try to give you the best we can give you here.
So I've got to show this to you guys. Well, I can't. I've got to take the camera off, but maybe during halftime. The bags of popcorn that we got are absolutely amazing.
They are monstrous.
So for those of you who've been watching the Lady Bison or following them all year long, Rashida Robinson used to wear number 3. She had to switch to number 34 due to a uniform mishap, so she'll be wearing number 34 for tonight's game.
That's you're a nice guy. Thought you were going to drop some dirt.
So technically, this is the last home game for the Lady Bison for the 2016-17 season. They did have their senior night against Laramie, our last true home game, but we are considered the home team tonight against East. Tomorrow will be the road team against Cheyenne Central.
So the uniform report. East is dressed in their road black uniforms trimmed in Thunderbird blue. South, of course, in their white home unis trimmed in black and gold. Rashida does have number 3 on. What you talking about, Willis?
Oh, well,
You got to screw me up.
They had me listed as number. They had her listed as number 34. We'll blame that on Coach Yearsley.
What up? So they're in the jump circle. Well, getting ready to get in the jump circle. And Jaden Kansler 6'4" against Naira Williams 5'7". Tell you where my money's at on this one.
Hey, anything can happen. She could trip on the way up. It's a number adjustment. That's what they're talking about in the scorebook, because in the scorebook they did have Rashida listed as number 34. But they're playing at home. She's got the white uniform. That's going to be a technical. Principal Thompson's eating his pizza right next to me.
Hey, Manny. So they are starting with the book technical because Rashida Robinson listed in the book is 34. She's actually wearing number 3, so they're going to start the game with a technical foul.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Sierra Stellar in shooting. She's 66%.
And that's how we'll start this one. Had a number listed, a gal listed wrong in the book number-wise.
Well, they did. I mean, there was that uniform mishap on the road last week, but that was on their road uniforms. They're home tonight. So
East will open the scoring without a second ticking off the clock. It's 1-0.
You know, I'm surprised that they didn't catch that earlier while they were warming up. Maybe they didn't know because she had a warm-up jersey on or something.
So Seller's going to knock both of them down, and East will get the first possession. They are 2-0 on the scoreboard now without any time elapsed, and they'll have the first possession of the game, moving left to right. Stellan will bring it into Erickson, and we're now officially underway as far as time goes. 3-ball wing. That's a bad miss, but Cosette Stellan gets the rebound and the putback quickly to 4-0. And now Rashid is going to bring it up, be trapped, turnover, down low, laid up, and a foul is committed. It was number 10, Loken, going
and that's
in
going
for
to
the
be
layup.
on Rashida. Team second.
So tough start here for the Lady Bison.
That's one thing that East is going to do is they're going to press, and they'll use that trapping press, Steve, to get some easy buckets, hopefully on turnovers and all that on their end. Lady Bison have got to be patient against that trap. They've got to make sure they've got somebody in the center. They got people crashing down and one crashing away to make sure they have options, because if they could beat that trap, that could be easy transition baskets for them instead of transition baskets for East.
And that's why you can't do play-by-play, because you have that expert color analysis. I'm going to have to hang tough. There's another turnover. Cosette's going to get to the hole. Left hand up and in. Boy, South. Woo.
30 seconds in. South's down 8-0.
Two turnovers early on.
Rashida with 2 already. See, that's what they got to do.
Better job of getting the ball to the middle.
They've got to have somebody in the middle closer to half court, though, rather than back, in my opinion. But yeah, that's why I'm doing this instead of out there.
So for the first time in the ball game, the South gets it into their offensive zone.
And they're already down 8-0.
Gabby Toronto gets it in the middle. And
that's a good foul. So the last time these two teams played, Karli Noble went out for like 21 points, 23 points, I think, something like that. Let's see if they focus in on Karli to get somebody else in on the scoring. South only had 4 players in the scorebook that scored actually in that last game, Steve.
Loken picks up the foul for East. Now they feed it down on the block to Gabby. She'll get it out to Rashida looking for a 3. That's not even close. Could tell when she let it go that it was not online. And now
South at
Erickson bringing it up the court.
21% 3-point shooting team. I don't know if that's what Coach DeBryan wants out of it. And we're just not getting any. Nobody's boxing out, Steve.
Holy cow. So 3 misses by East, 2 offensive rebounds there in that flurry. And now Rashida gets it across. Ooh, that could have been a reach there on Loken, but they let that one go. So she almost picked up her second quick here. She's going to spot for 3. That's good. So Loken with 5 points here in the early on. 11-0 run to start the game for East. Gabby dribbles right between the press. Naira Williams right hand. Can't get it to go. Gabby for a rebound. Oh, boy, that is a late whistle.
Very late whistle. Gabby Toronto with 2 rebounds. The only 2 rebounds that the Lady Bison have so far.
So she'll go to the line after being fouled by Stellern.
I want to thank all of you who did not make it to Storey Gym to watch the girls' game. And South finally gets on the board, Steve. That's huge.
Yep, Gabby makes the first. Kanzler's going to sit down, and number 52, McEwen. How she is not 5'1". These rosters are messed up. Toronto makes both, so 11-2 start to the game for East. Jaden Kanzler sits down, and 52, McEwen is in for East.
Former Johnson Firebird there that moved to the East Triad. Now that's why she's wearing the blue and black.
Oh, my goodness. Who made that one? Erickson?
That was Erickson, number 11.
Or no, yeah, Erickson was for a 3-ball. So 14-2 early going here.
And she did double dribble. South with 3 turnovers, 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter, trailing 14-2. That's going to be Jesse Erickson.
She'll bring it in right in front of
Right
our
in front
broadcast
of us.
position.
Anybody remembers the name? Rachel and what was it? Sarah? Susan? Sarah?
Sarah Erickson.
Yep, and her sister, twin sister, was it Rachel?
McEwen gets to the hole, can't get it to go. Sevchek now in the game for South, and she had a good defensive play there on the East Lady Thunderbird. So East running pressure in the backcourt. Of course, they do got to get themselves ready for regional, so they can use tonight as a bit of good work. Is that another turnover?
Yep, 3 turnovers for Sheeta.
Wow.
Picked up her pivot foot on that. That's going to be turnover number 4 for the Lady Bison, trailing 14-2, Steve. See, they've already let the Lady Thunderbirds get into their heads just based on some of the stuff that you're seeing right now.
McEwen gets it down low, can't get it to go. Oh, and Summer Sevchuk's going to commit a foul. Send McEwen to the line. She was in no man's land there, was Sevchuk.
You know what, though? She had the front position, Steve. She must have jumped backwards into her. That's the only thing I could think of going up because her arms were straight up.
Yeah, you get kind of in a bad position.
You know, that's going to happen when you don't block out. When you don't box anybody out, you have the chance of getting that foul.
So McEwen misses the first. Fagenbush into the game. McKenzie for East as well. McEwen second. It's good. So 15-2 now. East going to back off into the half-court defense. Robinson gets it on the left wing to Toronto. Gabby up top to Noble. Turnaround right-hander. Gabby Toronto can't get to go. She does get a rebound there. She'll go up and be fouled, and she'll get to the line.
Well, she's got all of the Lady Bison rebounds. We've got 3 rebounds to start the game, and she's got all of them. 2 offensively, 1 defensive rebound. Well, actually, no, we've got 4 because of that one down here, which was considered a team rebound, but she's putting in some work tonight already, Steve.
She makes the her 3rd straight free throw. All 3 points come from Toronto, come from the line.
Have a good chance of seeing a lot of Marissa tonight because Angelina Liggett got hurt up in the Sheridan Gillette road trip, and she's on the bench, but she's not dressed, so she's not going to be playing tonight, Steve.
Toronto misses a second, rebound Fagenbush. McKenzie's bringing it up for East. They're up 15-3, similar to the way the boys' game started in the first one.
Oh, exactly.
They fed down to McEwen. Oh, nice pass by her on the left block to Loken for a 2-point basket. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout here. Let's keep it here. As East jumps out 17-3, and just what Allen hoped wouldn't happen is kind of coming into fruition.
Well, you know, I think they just let it get in their heads early, you know, that it's East, you know, and when the Lady Bison season is not gone as planned and they're playing one of the top teams in the state, you kind of psych yourself out mentally. And then I think you throw in that book technical to start the game, and things have just gone downhill since then, and they're down 17-3. They've got to slow the game down, Steve. Slow the game down. Run a patient offense. You don't have to shoot off of one pass.
I mean, we're not even halfway through the first quarter, and East has 17 points. If you extrapolate that out to a game, that's like 120 points.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely the defense needs to stiffen up here. 17 points is a lot of points for a quarter in a high school basketball game, let alone the first half of the first quarter. And here comes East breaking the other way. Loken with the 2-point basket there.
Boy, Marissa was just straight line, and she tried to stream that pass over Lady T-Bird's head, and it was red all the way.
So Jada Smith has it. She gets right by McEwen. Nice pass down to Summer. And are they going to get Fagenbush with a foul?
No, they're going to call a jump ball. Karli Noble set to check back in. Felicia Senna on the injury report with back
South
issues.
Banged up, huh?
Yep. I've got it. Unnamed source saying hopefully she'll be back Monday for practice, though.
Karli looks out top to Marissa. Gets it on the left wing, Toronto. She'll get it to Karli. Karli thought about a three, pulls it back.
But I'll tell you what, if Gabby was able to get that ball to her cleanly.
Oh, that's not a travel, is it? Well, if Keith Greenwick says it's travel, it's travel.
Yep. One of the top officials in the state of Wyoming right there. And a good guy to boot. Because, you know, you can't be a good.
He's a good fella. So
Junior.
Erickson with it. There's a turnover. Karli with a steal. She's going to slow down and set the offense.
Someone's got to move to her.
Toronto with it top on the right wing. Gets it baseline. In the bodies is Jada Smith, but she can't get it to go. So Erickson brings it across. They give it to Painter. High on the right wing, looking for Kanzler. Down low, gets it to her. Oh, that's a straight up. Okay. I thought he was going to call a foul there.
Lady Bison trailing 19-3. Karli's got some Kleenex in her nose. She must have gotten a bloody nose.
That was some great defense there by South.
See, someone's got to swing over to the center. See, they're using their wings for that.
Gabby Toronto splits the defense, gets it to Noble.
Oh, she almost traveled.
Good thing that ball was out of her hand.
Exactly.
So Rashida with it now on the left wing. She's being hounded by 21 Stellar. It's a jump ball, and it's going to be a turnover possession to East. 2:44 to go, first quarter, 19-3 East leading on the Bison scoreboard.
7 turnovers for the Lady Bison in the first 5.5 minutes of this game, Steve. That's not a good omen.
Painter with it. Gets it on the block to Fagabush.
That's nice defense there by Rashida.
Almost stolen by Rashida. But Stellar stops and pops and airballs it. Now Fagabush gets it. She's going to try the baseline 6-footer. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Toronto. Toronto, 2-on-2. She's going to turn around right hand. Can't get it to go. Karli with an offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled, and it's going to be on the floor, however. 23 picks up the foul.
Brittany Hondell.
There's not a 23 out there. So Fagenbush gets called for the foul. South will have possession underneath their own basket.
So they gave Fagenbush the foul?
Yep.
That's a good look. Oh,
Toronto gets the right elbow.
that was a great look there from Toronto.
Quickly the other way. Fagenbush. 3. No good. Boy, she's on her back. How do you not call?
Keith called it. Keith called it. Keith called it.
Oh, I was about to go crazy.
That's a veteran call right there.
Well, yeah, you can't tie someone up from behind, even if you are 6'4". That's hard to do.
Who was she tied up with? Was it Naira?
Yeah.
So Naira's going to get credited with that rebound. Oh, no.
There they get it to the middle. Jada Smith, 10-footer off the glass, no good. Rebound down to East.
Boy,
Under
South
2 to go.
has not hit a field goal.
Still 19-3. All 3 points, as Alan points out, are from the line.
South 0 for 8 from the field to start this game, Steve. And against the number 2 team in the state, you cannot start 0 for 8. They've had some good looks. They just haven't fallen.
Now 23's in the game, along with 10 and 43 Loken and Cosette Stellar coming back in for East. 23 is Hondel. Karli brings it up the floor. Down to Jada. Across to Karli.
That's a risky pass.
Reset it out top to Rashida. 1:15 to go.
Rashida's shoes are completely untied.
19-3 East. Summer Sevchek back to Rashida. Swinging the ball. Gets a baseline. Karli. 10-footer. No good. Offensive rebound, Toronto. Karli. 15-footer. Can't get it to go. Boy, East is ice cold.
South.
Cannot get anything to fall. Or South, excuse me.
Gabby going to be credited with that offensive rebound. That gives her 4 offensive rebounds in this game so far, Steve. And unfortunately, none of them have led to second, third chance points.
3 ball from Rashida, right side, no good. Ooh, Karli almost got a rebound there. Actually, as good as stay the South. We might credit her with an offensive rebound.
Karli?
Yeah.
South with 6 offensive rebounds. Unofficially. We'll have to check with the South stat keepers to make sure that they're on pace with us because I'm the one who trained them for the Lady Bison.
Three ball. Sevchuk's 3 was in and out. There's another offensive rebound. Give that one to Jada Smith. And then a turnover. Now Painter. Boy, there's a scrum now. McEwen, right hand up and
she
in
just
for
put that.
East.
She had perfect position on the low block, Steve, and there's nothing you can do on that. That's a nice up and under move there by Karli to draw the foul. She's going to go to the free throw line for 2. South, 49% from the free throw line this season.
7th team foul.
21-3 with 11 seconds left.
So that'll be in the bonus from here on. However, this is the 2-shot foul for Karli. First is no good.
Boy, it looked good. Looked good coming off her hands there. I thought it was going to go in.
Shout out to Grandma and Grandpa Noble. Over in Kansas, hopefully they're tuned in tonight, and hopefully, she misses both free throws. Hopefully their weather's doing better than what we're getting up here. Oh, that's a travel.
That's an air ball. Save.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Not the start that that South was hoping for. It is the East Lady Thunderbirds 21, South Lady Bison 3. You're listening to high school basketball, 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship.
So Grandpa DeBrian's a comedian tonight. Wanting Grandma to hand him the sunscreen.
Thanks for rubbing that in.
We made sure Coach heard that. He gave us a wink.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than knowing that we're getting about 20 inches of snow tonight, and there's someone dear to our heart that's getting a suntan.
So first possession nets a turnover for South, and Kanzler's going to get an offensive rebound for East. Boy, she doesn't have very good handles. There's a 3-ball there, nothing but net, and that is Loken for East.
Boy, East is shooting the ball really well tonight, and that does not bode well for South if we do not start getting something going offensively. Down 24-3.
Toronto gets to the hole. Still, South cannot get a bucket to go.
Their lid is just shut on the left side of the court tonight.
They have not scored a field goal in this game, and we're in the second quarter.
And it's not from a lack of trying either.
Stellar gets to the line too easily, let me tell you. 26-3 now. East. 6:54 to go till half.
So for those of you that might be joining late, the game started off on the wrong foot for the Lady Bison when we had a bench a book technical. I call it bench. A book technical against South for having an incorrect number in the scorebook.
Shout out to Grandma Farmer. Hopefully you guys are doing better in North Carolina than we are too.
Oh, Karli had the rebound.
Boy, Coach, that Stellar just hammering people down there. Took Bill a while to grab it, but he finally did get it. So every foul from here on out that's not a team control will result in free throws for South, and Ira Williams will be the one going to the line for this 1-and-1.
South with 3 points, all from the free throw line. Williams on the season, I'll tell you after this first free throw.
Yeah.
It's 34%. And we missed the front end, so East gets the rebound. I wonder how many rebounds they have already.
There's a feed down low to Kanzler. And she's just too much to deal with if she gets it
too tall.
That low. That's her first 2 of the game, but
28-3 now, 2 minutes into the second quarter. South has gone 10 minutes without a field goal.
Just cannot find the answer offensively.
South.
There's almost another turnover. Toronto makes a great athletic play. Naira Williams from about 14 feet finally gets him on the board with a jumper.
South was 0 for 14 from the field until that jumper finally went in. 28-5. So South 1 for 15 right now.
And Erickson with a 2-point bucket there.
Like I said, it's not from a lack of trying. They're getting to the hoop. Shots just weren't falling for them, Steve. And finally they got one to drop. Maybe that's a good sign. We might get something going offensively now.
30-5 East.
Well, you got to take advantage of that and pass it right to the coach.
So
Rashida had she had the perfect opportunity. She got the ball, was in a shooter stance, and had a player running right at her. You know what you do right there, Steve? You just run right towards the basket. That player is not going to be able to stop and guard you at that point, especially when she's coming at you full speed. That'll come with experience, though. Rashida's just a junior.
So McEwen has it. She's got to reset it out top to Stellar. Down low, Erickson airballs one, and it's out of bounds. Off of a South player, it'll stay in possession of the Lady Thunderbirds.
No backside help right there, and you got to make sure when you're playing a man defense, you've got to have some type of backside help. Maybe gap defense. Start running a little bit of a gap defense, so you're dropping that backside player down to make sure if they get the ball in the low post like that, you have backside help. Or you can run a zone like that.
There's a 3 ball there, short, and Sevchuk up for the rebound.
Boy, she went up high to get that rebound too. Good job for Summer.
Head to Jada. She gets to the rack. Can't make a layup.
Well, I tell you, see, like I said, it's not from a lack of trying. We've had plenty of layup opportunities that just aren't going down.
Now Stellar and Toronto with the block there. It'll be on the floor. South has plenty of fouls to give, so East will not be going to the line.
South shoots 27% overall from the field, Steve. And unfortunately tonight, it's starting to show us we're missing a lot of those high percentage shots that coaches want you to get, you know, those layups.
So there's a foul there, and East will probably go to the line for this one.
It's going to be on Rashida.
2 fouls on Rashida, and Painter will be at the line.
We'll have to talk you through this as our logo is up on the video board right now. Again, I can't get enough of that. That's just cool.
Who made that logo?
I did.
You're not. I can't get enough of you.
First free throw is up and in.
Veteran call there by the young official, Craig Foya. This is the second free throw.
They get the rebound. And they get the rebound.
And another rebound, and it's McEwen that puts that one in.
McEwen went high off the glass for that one, too. Got the rebound and went really high up and just touched the glass down for a 33-5 lead now for the Lady T-Birds. 28-point lead, or 28-point lead for the Lady T-Birds.
Easy for you to say. 33-5 on the Bison scoreboard.
South still with just one field goal, and it took us 10 and a half minutes to get that field goal.
Another turnover. And Gabby Toronto's going to be called for a foul there, and that'll send Stellar to the line.
4A East Regionals next week up in Gillette, Wyoming. Is that what is it? The Energy City?
The Energy City.
Is that what they call it? The Castle of Champions used to be called the Castle of Chaos.
Whatever.
Which will, starting next year, you probably won't see the difference until 2 years. But their new high school will be opening up, and it'd be interesting to see. With all that talent now split up between 2 high schools, how well they'll be. And they'll be hardline district.
Definitely lose a little bit of that competitive advantage. Miss on the second, rebound Sevchuk. Jada Smith now with it, up top to Moite. Right wing, down on the block. Nice feed there, and Fagenbush with the foul.
That's going to send Jada to the free throw line. That was a great, great pass down low to the low block to Smith, who had posted up great against Fagenbush. And that's going to send Jada for 2.
First one is no good.
Just a little short.
So Stout started out 3 for 3. Since then, they're 0 for 4.
Five points.
And 0 for 5.
Jada Smith, actually one of the better free throw shooters on the team at 53% too. So South right now just coming up with a lot of empty possessions, either with turnovers or just missed shots. And
ooh, there's a hack.
That should have been a
missed.
hack. That should have been a, yeah.
I think Sevchuk hammered the East shooter, but no call. Now Loken gets it down low to McEwen. Man, they've got some big girls that are just hard to handle if they get the ball positioned well in the low block. You get them that ball there, they're tough to stop.
Yeah.
You got to prevent them from getting that. Karli Noble with the 3 can't get it to go fast.
And that was
with the
a
rebound.
great look too. Karli had plenty of time, just a great shot, just didn't go down. There is a lid on this side of the court, on the left side of your screen.
And McEwen with an offensive rebound can't get it to go. Gets another offensive rebound. They can't keep her off the boards.
She's just got great position, Steve. She's getting great position on the shot and the miss, and there's nothing you can really do when that happens.
So fans, we are in it's a real possibility that we might have a very swift moving second half.
Hey, if it's up to 40 at the start of the second half, it's a running clock. And
yeah.
This is not what Coach DeBryan or the Lady Bison were expecting.
Oh, that's a carry.
That's a carry.
Oh, my goodness.
How did they miss that?
Then she gets her own offensive rebound. That's karma right there is what that is.
Yep.
She took off running with it. Now there's another steal. This time they pick it pretty clean. Painter.
That's a charge.
Yep.
That is a great, great sacrifice by Summer to take that
she's down.
straight on.
She's down and hurt.
She took it pretty hard, but here's the thing is she hit the back of her head on the court, Stephen. Right now you can see she's holding the back of her head. She hit pretty hard as Gabby Toronto and who's that? Number 10. Number 10 is
Loken.
No.
Oh, for us?
Yeah. Tracy. Going to be checking in.
Who?
Michaela Tracy, 5'5" sophomore.
Who?
Got the crack reporting of Kate Tejan next to me. Thanks to Kate. I wouldn't have got that either. I just heard Tracy. She got some varsity action 3 weeks ago when we played here.
Michaela Tracy, she's a 5'5" sophomore.
Summer hit the back of her head pretty hard.
Have they got to replay? Oh, she's still down. Let's take a timeout here. We'll be back with some more action on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network. Oh, she's up.
Oh, never mind. 20 seconds.
Well, while we're taking this quick timeout, before we inbound, I want to give a shout out to someone who I know who's watching, Robert Martinez from American National Insurance. Someone you get a dedicated agent who can really help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. Give Robert a call at 307-514-5003 for any of your insurance questions.
So South will have it off of the charging call in their offensive end.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen South only held to one field goal this late in the first half.
Toronto for three, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Erickson. There's a pop there from the right wing, air ball by number 23, Hondell. So under 2 to go, minute 47 and counting. It's a 33-point East lead, 38-5.
Picked up that pivot foot.
Toronto walks with it.
Now, you know the good thing is the Lady Bison actually have a solid program coming up in their freshman and sophomore ranks. The incoming freshman team, that's a very solid team. The question is can you continue their development from where they were at in 8th grade? You know what I mean?
Kanzler gets the feet on the low block, can't get it go. There's the Michaela Tracy, the young sophomore, seeing her first varsity action that I can recall.
She played 3 weeks ago against Central. That's the game you couldn't make it to, and I had to call that game by myself, not trying to make you feel bad.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't that Scott dude with you?
He didn't show up to the boys' game.
Huh? I don't keep their percentage, no.
Whose percentage?
East 3-point percentage.
For the game?
Yeah.
Or overall? Because they normally shoot 28%.
Yeah, tonight he's wondering because they're just hitting everything. There's a turnover there. Jaden Kanzler.
Well, look at the size difference. They got Michaela Tracy guarding number 55. She doesn't even come to her shoulder.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, they're just shooting lights out. Erickson, a 33% three-point shooter, is just going nuts from behind the arc. Just going crazy.
44-5. Take a little extended break here at halftime. There's 24 seconds remaining in the half. Karli to Michaela. She can't get it to go. East with 15 seconds to go. I tell you what, if they score on this
right
possession,
here, it'll be a
we will have
clock.
a run clock the entire second half. Oh, she's too open. And there it is. Kanzler.
46-5, and that's the halftime score.
So at the half, it's East 46, South 5. We're going to take an extended little break here. And we'll be back with second half action and doubleheader action. Don't forget the boys coming up later here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003. Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you, or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Life, it has many directions. Which way will you go? What will you become? A lawyer, musician, chemist, engineer. Where will you start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Get into a career, not just a job. Higher education is the gateway to so many opportunities. Register today at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003. Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you? Or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Life, it has many directions. Which way will you go? What will you become? A lawyer, musician, chemist, engineer. Where will you start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Get into a career, not just a job. Higher education is the gateway to so many opportunities. Register today at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne. That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here. That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003. Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you? Or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Life, it has many directions. Which way will you go? What will you become? A lawyer, musician, chemist, engineer? Where will you start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Get into a career, not just a job. Higher education is a gateway to so many opportunities. Register today at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played.
All right, back here, start the second half action. Alan Cummings took off and abandoned his post here. So Steve McDonald. So the one thing that's important to note here, as South quickly calls a 30-second timeout, 17 seconds in. So the score is 46-5.
Sorry.
Yeah, I said Allen abandoned his post here. But,
And they called a timeout.
so basically the clock will run the entire second half with the exception of timeouts like this one where it is stopped. They'll stop it for injuries. Other than that, it'll run through dead balls. It'll run through free throws. It'll run through pretty much everything. So we ought to be done with this game in fairly short order.
16 minutes, as long as there's no more timeouts.
And not have the boys' game start late. They might even get that started right on time, if not a hair early. So South needs to continue to play. Noble's going to drive to the hoop. She's being armbarred by Stellern most of the way down.
Man, Steve, you know, they must have fixed that because at the start of the game, there was one under South for fouls when they called that book technical.
Yeah, but I was looking on my sheet, and when they had three, I had 3 player fouls. They had 3 on the
So
board.
they must have fixed it.
Yeah.
So just so you know, East has the number 1 defense in the state for the 4A conference. They only give up 35 points a game. It's first in the 4A East, first overall. And that ranking is only going to get more solidified after tonight as South coming into this half was 1 for 19 from the field, 3 for 9 from free throws. They had 14 rebounds, 7 offensive and 7 defensive rebounds, 13 turnovers.
Wonder what their lowest scoring output in school history is.
5.
Is it?
Yep.
There's Naira Williams, so she gets them off of that schneid with a 2-point basket. Naira with 4 of the team's 7.
First year of varsity competition for the South High Bison athletic programs. Lady Bison went up to Buffalo, and they were held to 5 points. And I think the score was like 50-something to 5.
Kansas with the 2-point bucket there for East, 50-7 now. 6-minute mark, third quarter.
One thing people got to realize is those years, they only had freshmen and sophomores playing for them.
So turnover South, and here comes the Lady Thunderbirds. Erickson leading the way for them. Gets it to Sierra Stellern. Crosses it to Loken. Down low, Kansler on the wing. Up top, good ball movement by the Lady Thunderbirds. Down low, Stellern, Kansler, right hand up and in.
Well, that Kansler is just strong. She just literally got position and was able to muscle her way through that good defensive play down low by Williams. Williams doesn't even come to her shoulders.
Right elbow.
That's a nice shot.
Noble with a 2-point basket.
2 points for Noble this game. She's 1 for 4 from the field.
52-9. In case you're wondering, even if the score does get dropped below the 40-point gap, the clock will still run.
Yep.
It'll run the entire second half. Up top, Erickson. Kansler on the right elbow.
I was just about to say, East probably won't take a shot unless it's wide open like that. And Sierra Stellern drains that 3. She's one of the better 3-point shooting players on the team as well.
So a new 5 for East, and number 31 will see her first action for the Lady Thunderbirds. Let's effort that.
Number
Abby
31.
Erickson. Oh, my goodness. She and Erickson, too? How many kids you guys got, Wally? All girls, man. Wally. 3-point baskets, no good from Rashida.
As we've hit the 4-minute mark, the score is 55-9. South with 3 field goals now in the game.
There's a nice Fagenbush assist to McEwen for a 2-point basket. And now come the Lady Bison the other way. Rapidly moving third quarter.
Busy weekend of basketball, too. The Central Laramie game got rescheduled to Saturday. Central boys will be playing in Laramie. Tip-off at 9:30.
Yeah, that's
Central
crazy,
girls will start at 11. Because it's senior night. It's supposed to be senior night, and usually it's on senior night in Laramie. They'll have the girls play second on senior night, so the girls can get recognition as well. So,
but a 9:30 tap time.
yep. Oh,
They ran into her own player, misses the shot. So Naira Williams took the charge from Karli Noble. Now 23 Hondel puts up a right-hander, can't get it to go. And
turnover.
Turnovers. Fagenbush chases down the errant pass.
Who threw that pass?
I'm not sure.
I was straight line. I like that word. You notice that?
Straight line.
Straight line. That's good defense there by Gabby. Unable to corral the loose ball that she forced, though.
Marissa and Summer back in. Number 3 and number 24 for East, so they're clearing the bench.
Roads are treacherous. Speaking of Nobles, I want to give a shout-out to LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Make sure you visit golccc.com, right? Right. Get all of your LCCC athletic information there. Lady Eagle basketball, Golden Eagle basketball.
They're getting ready to wrap their season and head to Region 9.
March Madness about to begin for not just D1, D2, and NAIA schools, but also for the JUCO schools.
Push in the back there by number 24, Carlson.
2 former Bison playing at LCCC. Isaiah Dix and Marquez Jefferson, and as well as a former T-Bird, Elijah Oliver, who's having a great freshman season.
I guess they all got some good playing time in the end of the game and had some hookups with each other. They were talking about that on the radio this afternoon. So good things coming from the Cheyenne products that have gone on to LCCC.
Elijah is actually a starter, if I'm correct, for the Golden Eagles.
There's a 3-point attempt, no good. And then you got that looked like a walk there, but Marissa Malloy from the left elbow can't get it to go. Rebound Carlson.
See, it's like I said, this game, it's not from a lack of not shooting. They've got the shots off. They're just not falling for them tonight.
Of course, you got Cody Kelly playing for Wyoming and getting a lot of playing time.
Former Gatorade Player of the Year, former Mr. Wyoming in basketball. Matter of fact, Cody Kelly, a back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year in boys basketball. All-time leading scorer at Gillette.
Mackenzie Fagenbush can't get the ball to go. 20 seconds to go. Now Gabby brings it down the floor. Ooh, Carlson takes a big spill. Goes for a slide. Marissa with a good entry. Oh, just a little too high for Gabby.
Right idea, though. Let's see if she has a smile on her face.
So that'll be the end of the third quarter. It took all of about 8 minutes exactly to play.
Well, except for that 30-second timeout.
So 8 minutes and 30 seconds it took. 57-9, East up. We'll be back for fourth quarter action here at 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you? Or will you transform it? Where does it start?
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presents.
All right, back here for fourth quarter action. Just remind you folks that do have a running clock.
Keith Grenowig actually going to the 4A West.
But I think he's going 3A.
Is he going 3A?
I don't know if anybody. I don't know if we got anybody 4A.
Yeah, we do. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it's Rig. One of our guys is going to the 4A West.
So remember to hit us up on the chat line. Alan's going to tell you how.
If you're watching this on YouTube, on your computer, on the media player, on the right-hand side of your screen is a chat feature. Give us a chat and let us know who you want to give a shout-out to. We'll try to say hello.
So Painter with a 2-point bucket for East there. Now Gabby Toronto from 15. Her first field goal of the game.
Well, that's hard to believe that. I mean, she's got 5 points, but
now East feeds down low. McEwen, left hand up and in. 61-11. It's a 50-point spread.
And here comes
South's going to get some players in the ball game that don't normally see a ton of time.
Most of them haven't seen varsity action since the last time we were here, actually.
So Marissa Malloy's one. I don't even know all these girls. Ayana Moite's one.
Maria Pena.
Was that 5?
Number 5. Number 35 is Reagan Moore, freshman. Freshman and a bunch of sophomores and one junior. Ayana Moite is if I'm correct, she's a senior.
So turnover, and East will bring it up the floor.
Well, I don't know what this lady has next to me, but it sure does look pretty good, man. It sure does smell good, too. I've been like, what's that smell? It smells and looks good. Here, for all the fans out there, this is what I'm smelling right now. Look at that. You cannot tell me that does not look good. That just looks amazing. Coming from somebody who has not eaten dinner yet. I just got the crazy look from the coaches, so I'll get back to the game here.
So he turns the ball over to South. Number 5
I got
the steal. Ooh, there's a swat there. And he used to come quickly the other way.
You cannot tell me that does not smell good. You can't. Oh, you're sick. You can't smell that.
2-point long range by Painter.
I'm going to be all drooling over here. 64-11. I'm going to give a shout out to Tri-State Veterinary Clinic. Make sure you give Dr. Troy Thompson and the staff a call for any of your veterinary needs here in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Malloy thought about the 3, passed it up. There's a block shot there and a rebound. Actually, good play there. There's going to be a foul. I think it's going to be on East.
632-5531 is Dr. Troy Thompson at Tri-State Veterinary Clinic. Also a Laramie County commissioner, right? He's still a commissioner, right?
Uh-huh.
Or bring your pet in at 1805 East 19th Street, Suite 100. Let them know 1112 BISN sent you. I can't guarantee you that'll give you any discounts, but it might bring a smile to their face. Veteran Bill Walton making the call on that
one. 2 shots here for number 35. More.
Oh, this is great. I love this job, man. You got to love this job.
Doesn't pay very well.
Doesn't pay very well at all.
Other than that, it's pretty fun. She misses both of her free throws, does the freshman.
64-11.
4 minutes to go.
What time is it?
6:34.
So we will have an extended break before we start boys action. Unless they decide to start that game early. I don't think they will.
Fagenbush. Well, I would with the weather like it is. I'd put 15 on the clock and start it when we started.
Well, I'm sure the other refs are here for the boys game.
Oh, and there's Ayana Moite. Does a nice job of chasing it down.
Well, that was a great pass to Reagan Moore, too.
Marissa Malloy can't get it to go.
See, it is not from a lack of trying from the Lady Bison. For those of you who watch this, I know the video feed's probably not as clear as we wish it could be because we're not ESPN. We do not have an ESPN budget, but, man, they're getting the shots off, Steve. I mean,
But we have on-air talent that rivals what ESPN
Oh, my
puts
goodness,
on.
do we, don't we? I'm surprised we have not gotten a phone call yet.
Yeah.
But
We're
we
gonna
are
get called up to the bigs one of these days.
we are going to be recognized by the Laramie County School District #1 for Business for Education once again here in a couple weeks. We
Oh,
get
we're
to
gonna
go
to
join
breakfast.
a breakfast, and we want to give a shout out to South High School for nominating 1112 BISN and Bison Web and Media. Transition year for the South High teams, both girls and boys.
Carlson throws up an air ball there.
She's a good sport about it, though, as she's backpedaling, smiling.
Wonder if she's from the long line of Carlson lineage in this town. They put a lot of good basketball players out. Funny thing about them, it looks like they've had all girls too, it seems.
So this is the last weekend of basketball regular season, not just for the high schools, but for the junior high schools as well, as the junior high schools will have their season-ending tournament this weekend, 7th grade and 8th grade A and B teams.
Ooh,
Marissa's
Marissa
gonna go
Malloy's
to
going to
free
get to
throw
the
line.
line there.
She's actually the best free throw shooter on the team at 70-something%, right at 70%. I just got papers everywhere. She
Malloy,
averages 2.1 points a game.
she'll get 2 shots here.
South trailing 67-11. But how do you regroup from this for tomorrow's game against Central?
Well, you just got to put this one behind you. And I think you're just going to have to stress tomorrow that the key's getting off to a better start.
So East will pretty much clinch that #2 seed in the 4A East and that automatic berth into the state championship. Gillette's already clinched the 1 seed. Natrona in the West has clinched the 1 seed over there. Kelly Walsh can clinch the #2 seed with wins this weekend as well. So right now, as it stands, Laramie's the 3 seed, Central the 4, Sheridan the 5, and South the 6. Of course, that can change with the games that Laramie has to play against Central and East this week. So I'll tell you what, Laramie 5-3 in the conference, 14-5 overall in the season. Can I say, I'm not trying to be offensive to any Laramie fans, but that's actually was a shocker this year. I wasn't expecting Laramie girls to have such a solid program this year, but that's credit to the coach, to the coaching staff over there. She's got those girls playing really well, and they've turned some heads over there in the Gem City?
The Gem City. So we're about to wrap this one up. 30 seconds to go, and there's a foul there.
Well, how does Keith do it? He hasn't even broken a sweat. He's not even beating up. I'd be like gushing by now.
Been a run clock. Not that much work.
Michaela Tracy, nice. Oh.
Nice turnaround. So that's just going to about do it. So blowout in game 1, 57-point victory for East. It's the East Lady Thunderbirds 69, South Lady Bison 12. Stick around. We got boys action coming. That one ought to be at Donnybrook. Last time these two teams played, South took a 10-point deficit into the 4th quarter and turned it into a victory. So let's see what they can do tonight here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.